We're back together again, Nick and David.
Cheers.
Salud, my friend. So Nick's gonna start with the beer conversation tonight because he's got some exciting stuff going on over there.
Yeah, I see. Tonight I decided to go local, right? So we're in Michigan here.
Very local.
Bars, restaurants just opened up. There's a local microbrew just in another town. So where my first house was, right in Granville. Yep. So called Osgood Brewing. They made a post the other day on Facebook about Imperial Coconut Brown with toasted coconut. So Osgood, I stopped there today, grabbed a few of these. It sounds like there's going to be a chance that we're going to be able to sit and talk to the owner. Kind of, maybe do a live from there at some point.
That would be awesome.
Get to what you and I originally started before this pandemic. Like our dreams were, hey, let's go to all these places and just talk about money at different places. And then it turned, well, let's go to our place and talk about money. But say first couple sips, lot of coconut.
Very coconutty.
Thing. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm a huge Imperial fan. And so like I'm so used to coconuts with porters and things, but as a brown, like it kind of mellows that aspect out. Good flavor out of it. I'm glad I bought a few of them.
I will say I'm not a coconut fan. I do not like coconut, but this is not bad.
Yeah,
I would drink this, if I had to.
Let's see.
I'm not a coconut fan myself.
Let's say, and David, would you buy?
I picked up some fun stuff. So, Rourke Brewing Company made French Toast Devil Dog Oatmeal Stout. And let me tell you, Nick and I smelled this. And the first thing we smelled was French toast.
Yeah.
I had French toast this morning. This is what it smelled like.
It's exactly like when I'm thinking mom's French toast. I'm like, yeah, wow, you nailed it, man.
Then if I finish that, which I'm sure I will, Big Lake Brewing's from Holland, Michigan,
yeah,
of course. The Imperial Chocolate PB Stout.
Which I mean, we are peanut butter.
We
stout
are.
People. I mean, porter
peanut butter stouts, peanut butter port. Give us peanut butter. We're happy guys. And this has chocolate too.
The peanut butter whiskey. I mean, like say, we just enjoy the good peanut butter about it.
If I finish those two from Kickstand Brewing in Commerce, Michigan,
yeah,
Birch Bark Porter.
Ooh, say
I like the little,
yeah,
gnome on the.
Very
see the gnome. I like
it's the roaming gnome right there.
It is.
Calling for backup. No, back up. We're all Michigan tonight.
We are all Michigan tonight.
That is a huge thing.
So, full disclosure, today's Groundhog's Day, which I don't really give a crap about.
I mean, I do just because it gives me another excuse to drink.
Well, really, we don't need an excuse.
No,
but so certain things we're going to hit today because it's a very topical day. Nick and I wanted to hit GameStop and AMC and the other meme stocks because that was huge news through the last week. But a little bit ago, a couple hours,
not even, I mean, an hour and a half now, maybe.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos announced his
departure,
stepping down as Amazon CEO. He's going to go be an executive chair instead of the CEO of Amazon. I love this headline here. Breaking news, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos to step down in order to pursue his lifelong goal of becoming Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and the comparison, when you look at the two, you're like, all right, I can see that.
Yeah, it's kind of uncanny. So basically, he's going to go be executive chair of the company. That'll take place during the third quarter. Andy Jassy is going to replace him. Andy runs the web services, Amazon Cloud technology.
So is that going to be our second trillionaire ever? Is this Andy?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So Bezos, I mean, he garnered $90 billion in wealth through the pandemic. Yeah. So I mean, he's gotten some good press. He's gotten some bad press. Speaking of Amazon press, I broke this one to you after you broke. So Nick broke the Bezos is stepping down to me. I broke the Amazon got sued and lost to him. So Amazon has to pay $61.7 million to settle claims that it withheld tips from delivery workers. So that's not great news for Amazon. And it seems in Alabama that some black women-led group of Amazon warehouse workers are trying to form the first Amazon union.
Well, I mean, you know, and I could see Amazon trying to form unions, right?
They need to.
It's not this episode for that, but
Right.
say, you know, back in my day, we used to go out back and pistol whip the shit out of people like you. You know, I'm not a union guy, chief. It's like one of my favorite lines from a movie, right? Like
Super Troopers.
Oh yeah. Say,
you mean shenanigans?
You know, just looking up Amazon stock real quick. Even with the announcement, looks like after hours, you know, he wasn't that important of a guy, apparently. The stock's still up. So, tonight's episode, right as we talked, we're going to talk a lot about stock. What's happening? America, we the people / the normal people, the everyday people, have officially decided to fight back. I mean, what a random group of people, like
Redditors.
Say, I've been to Reddit and it's just like, you know, how to fix my car, like just random things,
random forums.
Yeah, and this is just, I don't know what the original couple or whatever, like the group, their net worth is nothing compared to some of these big players in the game. We're not talking billions of dollars, right? We're not talking trust fund kids. We're talking you and me doing podcasts, drinking beer. Like,
so as we're talking about this, there's certain things you need to realize. So we are not investment professionals. We are not telling you what to do or not do with your money. So first disclaimer.
But we are at one point telling you to make a budget. We do
that.
That's official. We tell people to do that with their
money. But we're not telling them what necessarily to invest in.
Correct. No.
Because we don't want to get sued.
Just themselves.
Yeah.
The only
invest in yourself. So basically, I've had a lot of phone calls in the last week going, I don't understand.
Yep.
So of course, you know, being a financial type of guy, I'm always interested in things that go on. And immediately I thought of one of my favorite 80s movies, Trading Places.
Yes.
And then I thought of one of, you know, my favorite more recent movies, The Big Short.
Yep.
Love both of those movies. And both of them have a hand in explaining to everybody what really happened here with GameStop and AMC, and I think Bed Bath and Beyond was in that.
Was it?
I think so. But some of these other stocks. So basically, what hedge funds do is they short stocks. So they will sit there and sell a stock at a certain amount of money, and then buy it back at a cheaper amount of money, and then pocket that difference.
Yes.
So
they you know, to put that another way, they basically think that the stock will never gain money, right? So,
right.
And stupid, like, let's talk about GameStop, right? So they're gonna buy it at $10 because they think that this is high, right?
Well, and GameStop's a great example because, in all honesty, that it's a dinosaur nowadays. Okay, they're trading in people coming in and buying physical video games. Now, Nick likes physical video games because you were born in what, 89?
88.
88.
Yeah.
So Nick was born in 88. He likes physical video games. I was born in 77. I love physical video games. My daughter was born in 95.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a rat's ass whether it's physical or not. She just wants the game. Give me the game. Give me the game now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. And it's funny because, you know, we talked and I thought it was weird that PlayStation came out with the first ever
digital only.
And I was like, who the fuck wants digital only? No, I want to know I own the right to this thing. When this thing blows up, it's worthless. Yeah. Like, at least here I have something that's worth $2.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, and so basically, right, they're finding places that they think are just going to be dead, right?
Yep.
And so GameStop was the prime example, right? Like, let's say they bought it at $10 and they're going to short it, right? So, hey, you know, over time, this thing's going to die, and they'll buy it, right, at $5. So they're making.
And for them, over time could be a few hours. It could be a day or two.
Could be, right?
Yep.
Well, so, and, you know, I'm going to skip ahead real quick on how this is done and how it kind of all came about, right? So what happened with GameStop is there was an investor who took his money. He started an online thing. He came over and basically became like a CEO for GameStop and invested into them, right? A few $1 million, if I remember correctly, put his money in there, right? And so these Reddit people are like, all right, we have a guy who we know because it's the computer side of things. They're going to go great. Like, they're going to go, you know, like, we think GameStop has a chance to start doing this digital downloads. Like they're gonna do something different than what they are. They're not gonna be just the brick and mortar. Well, these shorts all were like, well, this is a dying company. We need to make more money. So instantly, like with their money, right? I mean, millions of billions of dollars. They're like, they go on TV, they go on YouTube, they go on everything. Oh, this is a dying thing. You need to get rid of your money, get rid of your stock, sell everything. What a crap company. And just try to convince you as a person to like, that, hey, it's horrible. So that way it just plummets the company and they just become filthy rich, right? Like, I mean, their goal is to buy it at 100 and sell it at 10, where everybody else's goal in normal America is to buy it at 10 and hope it gets to 100, right? Like they're the complete opposites. So, these Reddit guys were like, whoa, I can see what's happening. They all talked about it. They're like, wait, you're not even letting this company have a chance to make it, right? Somebody just invested a crap ton of money. You're literally going to try to drown them.
They saw what was happening. They saw this was being shorted over and over again. Yeah. And the kids on Reddit, we're going to say kids because a lot of them are. Yeah. I mean, they're under 40.
Well, I mean, yeah, so like I'm at the age where like a lot of my coworkers back when I was working were on Reddit, and it was like I'm 30, right? And like these guys are Reddit, like a lot of like Madden trading going on, like Madden points, and I'm just like, I don't get it, but like, dude, if it's a place to make money, I'm totally gonna like look into Reddit.
Well, so what they did was they said, if we just keep buying GameStop, it's just gonna drive the price up.
Yeah.
And then these people that have shorted GameStop, they're going to lose millions of dollars. And literally that's what happened. They shut down trading on amateur type websites. So we talk about Robinhood every once in a while.
Which I assume will no longer be a thing.
Oh no, Robinhood's still a thing.
Not for long.
I'm not sure about that because, they basically came out and it took them almost a week to make a real statement. Yeah. But they did come out with a real statement. And, what they said does make sense, but they should have said it last week.
Yes.
And basically it was, with people trading that so much, they had to have that much more cash to guarantee these trades. So they shut down the buying of it because they didn't have the cash to support it. So that makes sense. But at the same time, I mean,
it's also a cop-out excuse.
And the CEO went on TV last week saying opposite stuff and made them look as stupid can be.
Well, I was watching another video and it was talking about Robinhood, their commercial, right?
Yep,
and it's for the average lender, the person that doesn't want to be the big rich, the big rich guy, and just the normal you and me person. And then like you shut it down for the normal you and me. Like
they basically are the sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah. And so that's the only reason I think that the Robinhood might be gone.
I'm hoping not because I do have some money invested with them. So
yeah, I say what, I can never get them to approve my stuff. I don't know why, but I'm not. But that's kind of in theory. Like I'm hoping that we're hitting this very clear to people. Like basically, poor people invested their money so that rich people wouldn't make money, right?
Correct.
Like, that's exactly what it was.
So, because I love the movie so much, let's just do a U-turn here, and we're going to go to Trading Places. So, Trading Places, if you have not seen it, please go watch this movie. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd. It's one of Eddie's first roles. I mean, he hadn't been in much at this point.
Got his legs stuck underneath him.
To me, it's always a Thanksgiving Christmas movie.
It's a good movie
because it kind of takes place between that area and ends towards the new year. So basically, what happens is these two hedge fund managers, basically, the Dukes, they fire Dan Aykroyd, who is Lewis, and they replace him with a crook, Eddie Murphy, who's Billy Ray Valentine.
Yep.
Just to try and they had a $1 bet to prove that it was either genetics that makes you good at your job or it's environment.
Yeah.
So what happened is Billy Ray and Lewis got together and decided to kind of flip the tables. So the climax of the movie, they're dealing in commodities. So commodities are things you can hold. So gold, silver,
hay, straw.
Yeah. Or in this case, frozen concentrated orange juice. So the Dukes, the bad guys, had paid to get a crop report, basically, to tell them what oranges were looking like.
Yep.
Lewis and Billy Ray intercepted that and basically made up the exact opposite and gave that to them instead.
Yep.
So when they went to the trading floor, the Dukes told their guy, hey, buy all of the orange juice. Just buy it all. It doesn't matter what the price is, just buy it. And of course, this is where everybody gets lost because you see this scene in the movie and you really don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
So I pulled up a breakdown of it to try and explain it, to lay people that may not understand. So basically, at one point, Lewis yells out, sell 30 April at 142. So he's going to sell frozen orange juice at $1.42 pound.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yep.
Because this took place right after the new year and he's going to sell it in April.
Yep.
So, of course, everybody just starts putting in orders for orange juice at 142 because the price kept going up and this was a little bit lower than what it was at. So they just start buying and buying and buying. And within a few minutes, everything gets quiet and they broadcast the crop report, which says the winter didn't have any effect on the orange crops and there will be no rush on oranges for orange juice, which sends the price plummeting down.
Yeah.
So what Lewis and Billy Ray then do is they start to buy orange juice when it hits 29 cents a pound. So what they have done is they have sold it in the future for $1.42 a pound, but they bought it now for 29 cents. And they pocket that difference. That's what you do when you're shorting a stock.
Yep. And so right on that, I mean, and that's the hard. It's like it's really hard for people to understand that. When you look at small amounts of money, right? Like, okay, so $1.40. Okay, if we bought 100 shares of it, right? So we're at $1,400, right? Now, if we sold that at, let's say 42 cents to get rid of it, we made $1. So we have $100 that we've made. Now, hedge funds, right? Like, and the whole thing of this movie is, like we're betting
millions of dollars,
hundreds of millions. Like, so for every dollar that you make as a normal person, they're losing, like bare minimum $10,000 like dollar. Like, I mean, just so much. Like, you're getting excited because you made $100. They're pissed because now they've lost $100 million. I mean, the two hedge funds went completely broke. Like, it's not funny to watch people like lose their money in their life, but I the memes that have come out of it are funnier than crap to me.
And why this is important is because these investors, these hedge fund guys, they have to be able to balance their books at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if they sold the stock for $2 and they bought it back for $5 because they had to fulfill that and they lose $3 per share, they have to have the cash to back that up. And if they don't have the cash to back that up, they're going out of business.
Yeah.
They're just done, period. Over.
So, and if any of them buy with calls, right? I mean, just, it's insane how quickly like money can just see ya and there it's gone. Like, some of the memes I thought were hilarious were, well, pull up your bootstraps and, if I were you, kid, I'd go out and get a job at Lyft and, just maybe stop drinking that Starbucks. Like all the things that we got, like we hear.
All the things the boomers tell all the millennials.
Yeah, hard work and dedication, but this is like F you money. I'm on a private yacht jet type thing. Like where you're leaving spoiled rich kids that we all think of and talk about. Like it's that money, right? Yeah. That's the money that just got affected. Yep. Okay. So, we talked about it in one episode where the government only backs $250,000 in a bank account, right? Yep. So if you're that person that plays the most secure in your life, you have $250,000 sitting in a bank account. Anything over that, the government won't back. Mm-hmm. Like, so you have to invest. Well, and these people are paying money to people that are supposed to know what the hell they're doing. They're going out like. So one thing we need to bring up quickly while we still have people's attention on here, we talked about commodities, right? Yep. Silver, okay. From
silver's something they're trying to short now.
Exactly. So they're coming out and going, oh, there's such a shortage of silver. You can't find silver rounds anywhere. Silver is just so hard to find. Yep. So the price is like going up.
Yep.
Right. And people are like, oh, I'm going to buy it. Watch. Right. Like, I mean, oh, hey, no, I mean, next thing you know, the Mint's going to come out and say, oh, brand new silver soaring eagles. You
Yep.
know, like, and it's just, you can see the trend. And now that people have seen somebody actually like defeat somebody high up, it's going to be real hard.
So, and this is kind of where we're going with this. So we saw the financial crash in 08.
Yeah.
You know, we hit the recession, and that was largely due to the real estate market. And in all honesty, it was because smart people, very smart people, decided to short the real estate market because everybody pays their mortgage until they start, you know, giving people adjustable rate mortgages that are, you know, 1%.
Yeah.
And in 7 years, which, you know, they started selling these in 2000, 2001, in 7 years, 2007, 2008, they jumped to like 9%. And these people couldn't afford these mortgages anymore because they weren't forward thinking. They weren't sitting there going, well, you know, this might be 10%.
Yeah.
So smart people got together and bought all these worthless, really, loans that, you know, and they bet against them, so they shorted them, and they made out with money.
Yeah. Well, you know, and you look at that, and you realize that, you know, ARMs, yeah, you got a 0.5% discount, you know, to take it, and so people are like, oh, I'm saving a bunch of money, but they were at the top of their budget at that point. Everybody thought things were going to change different and always going to continue to go lower, but you know, when the negative happens, like that's why, like, I mean, David, like I gear up for such a big negative.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
me too.
Like, it's hard. Like, it stops me from growing sometimes, stop me from doing things. But you know, these hedge fund guys, they create the negative, right? They're like, you know what? Here's the money.
They don't think it will ever end,
right? They don't always short, right? Like, let's be honest about that. Like, they'll do the opposite too, where it's like, hey, we found, you know, I'm going to say that it happened with the pandemic shots, you know, like, right. So like, oh, hey, this medical company just, you know, they're one step away from getting it. Right. It's like news kind of gets out, and then, right, the FDA is like, yeah, that's not going to happen, but they have already sold at that point. Like, they're like, yep, we already knew that it was going to get denied. They don't have insider trading, but they're not going to take the risk that if it, you know, they're okay with making their nut, right? Like, it's exactly it. Hey, we bought it at 10 cents. We sold it for $1 because we built up enough. These other people, you know, it got up to $1.50. Like, they don't care about that 50 cents. Like, yeah, they want it, but dude, they've made 90 cents on this thing. Like, it's huge money.
So we talked, when was it? It was the All About Beer episode.
Yeah.
We talked about Webull.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the things I bought on Webull was at like 78 cents a share.
Nice.
So I bought, you know, a decent amount of it. Sure. And I sold it at, I'm going to say, $1.10 a share.
It's huge.
So, I mean, I made decent money on it.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of waited for it to go where I needed it to go. Mind you, it was a crap stock. It was horrible.
Never buy anything less than $5 unless you educate yourself about it. So
I'm sitting there going, okay, I knew where I wanted to be.
Yep.
So I literally bought it, and within hours I put it on a limit.
Yep.
When it hits 110, sell that crap.
Yep.
And I did.
And what did it do after that?
It hasn't done jack shit.
Like, that's what I tell people all the time. Like, if you're gonna do stocks, and everybody that's looking to think about, hey, this is a fun game and a fun joke, I should get into it, and I'm gonna destroy these hedge fund guys as well. You know, what's GameStop's at what, $350? Like,
oh, it's tanking now.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing is,
well, yeah.
Like, not enough people keep supporting it. So like, you had to be one of the lows to like get this thing to support. And like, so stocks, we've talked about it in some of our stock episodes, like they have support systems, right? Yep. So like they get to a point and it's like, all right, if enough people keep buying at this, right? So let's say you buy one stock and that's worth $1. Okay. Well, in order to get to $2, we need 2 people to invest at $1, right? Yep. Like, and from $2, well, now we need 4 people to think that this thing is worth $2. Okay. So, right, like, as poor people, let's call us that, like middle class, like when it gets to a $300 stock, to buy 3 of those stocks is $900. Okay, we could have bought 3 of them for 100 and made 300, but like it's really hard when you get to higher money, and that's where the whole stock market big money thing comes into play.
And what these people don't understand is the people that got rich off of this were the original Reddit people that said, "Hey, let's go and buy a crap ton of GameStop, and drive the price way up." And then 3 days later, everybody's like, "Oh my God, GameStop! Look at that! Let's go buy it now. It's $300. Let's buy it." If you bought it at 300 and you sold it at 400, great, you made $100 a share. But if you bought it at 300 thinking it was going to 6 and now it's sitting at 250, you just lost a ton of money. And that's what you people need to understand. The stock market is it's gambling. Okay, so
I mean, you would hope that it's educated gambling, but I think roulette's educated gambling. You know, you have 1 in 35 chances of hitting up.
Sports
or 36,
So in Michigan, in the last couple weeks, the sports book is now online.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I've signed up for like 5 because they give me free money to bet on sports.
Yeah, I've signed up for a few. I think I bet 2, maybe 3.
And so I bet some money on the championship games. I won a little bit here. I lost a little bit there.
I parlayed and won quite a bit of money.
I did parlay one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. It was a Chiefs win, a Kelsey anytime touchdown, and something else. I don't know.
See, I usually for Super Bowl I usually do the sucker bets, and
I haven't done any sucker bets. I have bet heavily like $50.
Yeah,
which is the free money. I'm using the free money, mind you. In case my wife watch, I'm using all free money. I bet on Kelsey to score a touchdown. I bet on the Chiefs to win both on the money line. And on the that they'll cover the 3.
The spread. And that's so I took Tampa Bay and Kansas City, right, in mine, and I had to spend $10 to get them to give me like 100 and some bucks. So, of course, I spent like 50. Ended up hitting, did really well. Waited 2 days and they gave me my 150 bucks. In the meantime, I lost a bunch on blackjack.
I have not played that yet.
Don't, because I'm gonna down.
I'm not.
So they gave me my money, and honestly, viewers that are watching, I pulled a David. So I got like 100 or 150 bucks in free play.
I love that you just used me as a verb.
Yeah, and I took $50 and I put it on Kansas City to win, and I took $50 and put it on Tampa Bay to win. So no matter what,
you're gonna win.
Like I'm gonna walk away with money because I'm over here like, like I need to pay back my blackjack losses.
By the way,
if my wife is watching, I didn't lose on blackjack online. I went to the casino. Wait, no. You know what? Like, I lost some money.
While we're talking about sports betting right now, fuck you, Conor McGregor, because they had huge bonuses on Conor, and I'm like, I'll throw $20 on him because he'll win, and then he got his ass kicked, and I lost money.
Yeah.
Fucker. Fuck you, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, no, and that's I think you look at hedge funds like that, right? Like everybody thought Conor McGregor was the biggest, the baddest, and then all of a sudden Reddit came in and was like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah, basically,
I don't know. Do you know much about Reddit?
I know a little bit. I get on there. I'll do a search, and they'll be like, "Hey, go to Reddit to read this," all the time. And that's what I do.
I don't know much about Reddit.
It's basically an online forum.
Anybody that's watching, if you know, so I'd like to know what Reddit. So like we're Facebook, right? Like we know that our Bucks and Brews page is, it went from 1 person to, I don't know, 50 people or whatever it is that are following us. I want to know, is there a way on Reddit to figure out, like, did this group go from like 100 nerds
it depends
to like
on how many people are commenting nerds on that board.
That's awesome. Okay.
So I mean, back in the day when you were like 3, AOL came about.
AOL, and I used Excite, and
dude, Excite. I can name them all.
Yeah.
Alta Vista and Web Crawler, dude, all the old shit. So AOL started being popular in like 95. I graduated in 95.
Put a CD in, had to do updates.
I got on AOL about August of 95.
Yeah.
And at that time, they charged you like $4 an hour to talk on AOL.
Wow.
So, I would go to the chat rooms and I would talk sports.
Yeah.
And literally, this was a sports chat room on AOL. I'm a big Bears fan. Fuck you, Lions people.
Yep.
Oh, Lions are great. Fuck you, Bears people. I mean, literally, that's all it was for hours on end.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, dumb for the most part, but, an 18-year-old was having fun. He didn't give a shit.
Oh, yeah. I still do it now. I play on a poker site, which I'm not gonna shout them out until they give us a sponsor.
They should give us a sponsor.
They should, but right, like for one point they let us pick our helmets for our what do you call it, emoji guy or whatever.
Yep.
And of course, like I'm rocking the Lions, right? And it was Lions versus Packers game, and we got destroyed. And I'm like, dude, I'm not even gonna talk shit right now, but I'm still gonna say Packers blow. Like I'm always gonna rep my team, my man.
I will say that's the thing I like about me and you. So I'm a huge Bears fan. I born in Chicago. Nick is a huge Lions fan. He's born here.
Yeah.
And if the Bears beat the Lions, Nick doesn't hear a word from me.
Yeah.
And if the Lions beat the Bears, I don't hear a word from Nick.
It's like, once a day, normally the person losing reaches out to the other one and goes, "Holy crap, we suck!" Like, good. All right, all right. Or we'll reach out like when good plays happen. We're like, all right, dude, like you burned me, like good job. Like I'm not mad.
My buddy from work, Todd.
Yeah. I thought you didn't have friends at work.
I
thought
have
you
a couple.
Work.
I hate work, but I do have a couple. My buddy Todd Miller.
Yeah.
We have a lot of positives. So he used to run a little league.
Yeah.
Northeast.
Oh.
And he's one of the people. When I first started at Priority, I met him. So he loves football. We started a fantasy league at work together. So we talk football a lot. During the Bears-Lions second game, all that happened during that game was back and forth. We were texting each other, talking about how crappy our team was. I would go, "God, my team sucks so bad." And 30 seconds later, I get a text from him, and he'd go, "My team's so much worse. Look at how crappy they're playing right now." And literally, we just kept going back and forth. And I was actually kind of happy that day that the Bears lost because I got to win my team's shittier than yours.
That much, to say. No, it's let's say sports betting. So we're gonna get a site to sponsor us for that, right? So
I would hope so.
Let's see.
FanDuel start sponsoring us, or DraftKings, or
I'm pretty positive.
BetMGM.
FanDuel. Yep, FanDuel Sportsbook. That's who I use.
I got 5.
So
I just named 3. My other sports books that I'm using are PointsBet and BetRivers.
Oh yeah, let's say, and that's
you guys. Any of you can sponsor us. We would be very happy to play your sports book.
Oh, guaranteed, and we will tell people our bets every week, guaranteed. Scouts honor. I think this whole shorts thing is hilarious to me because just last week, right, you and I got on here and we got into a little tangent, and it was talking about
that kind of happens every week, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this one was about poor people and rich people, and it it was one of those like really hot topics for me, like, and I don't like I don't know why it still is, but we were talking about it, and I was like, look, poor people, stop blaming rich people for your problems and do something about it. And then like literally like a week later, like poor people do something about it. Like, just a straight sucker. And like I've never been so proud. Like,
they literally punched him right in the dick.
Right, like just a big old F you. And then the meme, like again, I love Facebook. My wife hates how much I love Facebook.
I hate Facebook.
I am a huge fan.
Fuck Zuckerberg.
Even though I've been kicked off for some hours.
I've been kicked off a lot, so I hardly get on anymore.
Yeah, say. But that being said, dude, like I feel like people took our advice. Like we officially changed the internet. Cheers to
even if it wasn't us, I'm going to say it was us.
A factual statement. We talked about it happened.
Here's the deal. So you're going to love this. We're going to have this guy on an upcoming episode.
Yeah.
So I did a financial consult on Saturday.
Yep.
You're going to love this. So, of course, we go off on tangents, and this is one of them. So one of the employees we have here, Jenna. Yep. She is a former player of mine. She's 16. Her brother, Steven, who, mind you, thought I hated him, but he didn't realize I hate every boy.
Seems like
especially every baseball player.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Even Gluce's brother.
Yeah.
If you're watching. Yeah.
Both of Gluce's brothers, honestly, because especially Tom, because he was the one that every girl on my team wanted to date.
Yeah, well, he was the one that We wanted to beat up. So.
Yeah, well, we wanted to beat them both up.
Yeah, it happens.
Anyways, so Steven comes in and we start talking. Steven runs a drill outside. I don't know what the hell he's drilling. But he doesn't send me a message. I get a message from Jenna last week that says, "Can you text my brother because he won't text you?" All right, fine. So I text him. He's like, "Yeah, I want to talk money." So he came in Saturday. We talked money. Ask me how much he makes a year.
I want to guess. I don't want to ask.
Just give me a range.
70 to 104.
No, it's not that much. He's 19, by the
way.
Oh,
19. Okay. At 19 years old, he makes somewhere between 42 and 63.
You're in the range.
Just because you said guess. Like
you're 19, in the range.
That's pretty good money for a 19-year-old.
It really is.
Yeah.
You know how much money he has to speak of after making that?
19
Wait. Time out.
Girlfriend, married?
He lives at home.
Okay.
These are his bills. He has a car payment.
Which is probably a nice car.
Well, I want to say the car payment's less than $300 a month.
Okay.
Car insurance, which I think was about $180.
Okay.
And he just got, like you, a used truck.
My man!
Paid it outright.
What's his name?
Steven.
Steven, you're going to be successful and you don't even freaking know it. I'm telling you right now.
Insurance.
Yep.
$84 a month on the truck.
Okay, so we're at $300 in insurance. We're at
200 and something for a car payment. So we're like less than $600 a month for total bills.
Yeah, total bill $600. How much does he have? So one paycheck is $600. So he's got $612, $1,800 a month take home. He's 19. How long has he been making this kind of money?
Year and a half.
A year and a half. This kid. To show for himself. I don't know his medical bills history, but
he's healthy.
Okay, so my best guess. Lives at home. Doesn't pay rent.
Does not pay rent.
Parents are doing okay?
Parents are doing okay.
Okay.
And we're going to have the parents on eventually, too.
All right. So here's my thing. I'm going to say this kid, and not even that nice of a car, he's either whining and dining girls or his friends trying to impress him. So he's buying a bunch of alcohol. Not even in the 21. This is hard for me. I'm going to guess in his bank account on $40K a year, he's got $1,200 in the bank.
He's actually got more than that.
Okay.
But, so, Steven,
yeah,
though he seems to be a really smart kid.
Yeah.
He will grab dinner on the way home.
Smart man.
His mom cooks every night.
Is she single?
No.
Huh.
She's married.
Love you.
But she cooks dinner every night.
Yeah.
He will grab food on the way home.
Okay.
He'll grab food for lunch.
Okay.
He'll probably grab breakfast.
Smart man.
Yeah, but he's spending all of that money. He never takes anything.
Good man.
What do you mean, good man?
Yep.
All he's doing is pissing his money away.
Correct. You haven't asked me, does he have goals? Where does he want to be somewhere in life? Does he just want to live at home with his parents and get handed down free things?
So his dad opens his W-2.
Oh. Never let the financial smart dad open your W-2, son.
And that started World War III.
Oh, because dad's a financially responsible kind of guy.
Because his dad looks at it and goes, "You make more money than I do. Where the hell's your money?"
Yes.
And Steven goes, I don't know.
Yep.
So he comes in here, he sits with me, and I'm like, "So, Steven, where'd your money go?" And he goes, I have no idea. I don't have it anymore.
Yep.
You know the best part about Steven?
He's open to listen.
Not only is he open to listen, he's pissed off that he spent that kind of money.
That's a good thing.
So he says, what do I need to do? And I'm like, well, here are the things I would do. Mind you, he has no credit.
Yep.
His credit is his car.
Yep.
I said, well, you get gas, right? He goes, yeah. I said, where do you get gas? He goes, Speedway. I'm like, you got a Speedy card? He goes, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? That's free money.
It's like, I even have a Speedy card.
I said, if you get their credit card, you get like 6 times the points for every dollar you spend. What are you doing? And he goes,
is it really that much?
It is.
I'm going to get a Speedy.
You need to, dude.
Can I get flights?
With Speed? Wait, I don't know.
My Speedway
I don't think so.
Because that's all I need is a free flight. Because I spend enough money every
year.
year.
I use it with fucking Amazon. I just get Amazon gift cards. Like Dawn's birthday present.
Yeah.
She wants that $200 Ninja air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
if I spend $50, that's as much as I'm going to spend on that.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, go get the credit card, just use it for gas, or, you know, if you buy a drink or something and pay it off every month in full, period, done. He's like, all right, I can do that.
No.
What do you mean no?
I want it done every week.
As long as he pays it off every month, it's fine.
I want it done every week.
Anyways.
We have a kid who can't budget weekly right now. See, this is
true.
This is what David and I like.
True.
This is the conversations David and I have, guys. Like, you're getting to witness this hands-on how I think. You don't want Osgood in the sponsorship?
I don't mind Osgood in the sponsorship, but we're missing you here. No, that doesn't work. You're right.
No, but so right, like the way my mind works is like this kid, he's gone a full year and not figured out how much money he has, and then we track it back. Like, all right, hey, what if we go every month? And we realize that this kid doesn't put anything away at any point in time. So now, how often does he get paid? So he gets paid every 2 weeks.
He gets paid weekly.
Pay off your credit card every 2 weeks. But like, if you get paid weekly, like, I want to train people like step by step. Like, hey, every week my responsibility is get my paycheck, go and pay my damn bill.
So here's the thing I love about this kid.
Build it up, pay it off.
Here's the thing I love about this kid.
He's young and dumb.
But he listens.
That's what counts.
So I start getting text messages while I'm working Saturday night.
Yes.
With, hey, I'm on this page. Because I said, what I would do if I were you.
Yeah.
So he's got an account at Rivertown Credit Union that he never uses.
Sure.
Let's say it has $900 in it.
Keep it that way.
I'm like, so what's your thoughts? He goes, I want to get rid of that. I'm like, okay, let's get rid of it. I said, what I would like to see you do with that $900 is open a Roth IRA. Because we're going to get to his retirement in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I said to him at one point, I'm like, okay, you're 19. How long do you want to work? He goes, I really like what I do. I said, well, here's the deal. Nick and I, we have a theory.
Yeah. Do
what I want when I want. He goes, that sounds like a good theory.
Say, welcome to the big league, son.
So
I don't mean to stop David on this tangent. I don't, but I want to save the story because we're gonna have this kid on.
We are gonna have this kid on.
So let's save the story. We're gonna drink in front of him.
Okay,
make fun of him because we're drinking alcohol and he has to have kitty cocktails.
That's fine.
And we're gonna pour him the most girly kitty cocktails.
Yeah, but you like girly cocktails.
I do. No, not cocktails. Kitty cocktails. So
I know.
Virgins. This is gonna be hilarious to us.
Okay,
so
we'll save some of it.
Let's save the story. You know, the kid sounds like he's actually taking action.
He really is. He did a lot of things when he went home on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I sent him a text. I'm like, I'm really proud of the steps you're taking.
I say, you know, and so we're gonna give another shout out, right? So we had a guest on. We asked him, hey, you know, like, where do you want to be? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
First thing we said was, hey, call this credit union. Like, and we told him, like, look, when you get out of work, like, have your phone on speed dial, like, call while you're driving home before you go to your second job. Yep. And so, like, we got an update the other day. And it was like, hey, I'm getting there. I got to send another text message out. I was just on Facebook with one of our other guests, and she posted, I just spent, like, 2 weeks or a month's budget or whatever it was on groceries all in one. I really hope it lasts. And, like, I'm sitting in my car going, I know that this is a scream for like, hey, you need to watch yourself because like Costco was made because people overeat or overdo whatever. Like they buy stuff they don't need to. So like in my head, I'm sitting here going, I need to say, hey, you're going to fail, but I really want you to succeed. Like,
right.
So so I post, that's not how it works. Right. And she goes, oh, challenge accepted. And I was like goal hit.
Bingo.
Like goal hit. Like you realize that I am officially watching you because once like David or myself hold each other accountable, like when somebody else besides yourself holds you accountable, like you have something to try to strive for. And I thought that was like awesome because she's like, you could just kind of, we didn't see face to face, but you could just kind of tell like what happened there was challenge accepted, Nick, you're going down. And I'm like, well, I hope you prove me right.
Part of that is the competitiveness that we have. So I almost did something tonight.
Yeah.
And you're going to be pissed at me that I did not.
Yeah, probably.
You are.
Yeah.
So I almost brought in my Raspberry Pi.
Oh.
So we could play Tecmo Super Bowl.
Play little games.
But I was afraid if I brought it in, you and I would be here until like midnight or later.
I don't see the problem with this, like, at all. It's a problem you should never worry about, okay, my
So,
friend?
by the way, the week of Valentine's, we're going to have to, just so you guys know, we're going to have to go that Monday night. Because Tuesday night, I'm going to be at Cerberus or whatever it's called in Frankfurt. I'm going to be in the pool and the hot tub.
There you go. No, so it's really fun for David and I. Like, we talk about this all the time. Like, we have a podcast that we love to brag about to ourselves, but like, we get so excited when we get feedback. We get so excited when we interact with people. We get so excited when there's any type of forward momentum that's happening. Like the one like on Facebook, right? One like on Facebook to us is like, oh,
800.
And like I don't know this guy, but this is awesome.
So Friday night, I was telling you about this a little bit ago. Yeah. I'm going to give a shout out, Ariana Williams. Mm-hmm. She came to town because her grandma died on her dad's side, which,
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that. So she decided, I sent her a text. I'm like, hey, if you want to see the business, let me know.
Yeah.
So she sends me a message back and she's like, I don't want to see the business. I want to do this.
Yep.
So she came Friday night with 2 of her friends and they broke a bunch of shit down there. And then afterwards, Caitlin took her around a tour of the place and they come upstairs and they see this.
So we're going to add this here soon.
We are.
Don't worry. I got my Tiger stuff coming in.
And I come up a few minutes later and Ariana goes, what the hell is this? And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, I didn't know you have a podcast. I'm like, I share it on Twitter. It's not my fault you don't know. So I gave her a magnet, which Nick's going to hold up right now. Ooh. If you're on our show, we'll give you a magnet or a sticker, one of the two.
We'll send you something.
We'll give you something. And mind you, I think this is my long lost daughter.
Yeah.
Because she goes, I love beer. And I'm like, all right, well, what beers do you like? And she goes, I love porters and stouts. And I'm like, I think you are my daughter.
You enjoy porters and stouts. Let's say, as David and I both take a nice big drink.
Take a big drink. And
Ohana it's supposed to mean family. And family
it's not supposed to, it does. And
family means nobody gets left behind. And trust me, none of this beer will get left behind. Osgood Brewing.
You're right.
Big shout out to that. I was so happy about this episode, right? Just because it's for the first time. And it's, the name Robin Hood bugs me because it was literally the small guy taking down the big guy, and then they screwed over the small guy. They really
fucked that up.
Yeah. But
I hope they don't go out of business because they got a lot of money in stocks there.
I'd get rid of your money there.
I don't want to sell that.
You could rebuy it another site.
I could, but not for the price I bought it at.
It wouldn't cost you. There's other free sites that you could buy it at the exact same dollar.
I'm watching.
Yeah. So, I mean, gosh, I'm trying to talk somebody out of somebody I want to get a sponsorship from, but
not sure I like this one.
Well, that's it's not always a great thing that you hear from David. David's usually hey,
I'm usually pretty easy to impress.
Yeah, knockout, here we go. We talked about Amazon and Jeff Bezos, and we were happy because we're going to be the first podcast that we know of to put out the news on this. Granted, there's sites and all that, but like we're talking about money, financials, like right here and now.
Well, and talking about it, not to interrupt you or anything. Right. So Dan Price, my favorite guy.
Yeah.
He tweets out a few days ago, proud to announce plans I've been working on with the lawmakers of the nation's first billionaire wealth tax in Washington state. Under the 1% tax, Bezos would pay $1.9 billion. He makes that in a week.
So but that's my problem, okay, is I don't know, it's hard to say that, but like he makes that in a week, but that means he's only taking home 3/4 of his pay, and that's 25% tax on take home. I don't know. I don't try to stop people from making the mass amount of money and like I really think that it needs to be the amount of people that you impact, right?
Here's the problem though. Let's say for a minute,
yep,
you make $1,000 a week.
Yep.
How much of that are you keeping for you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
500.
Right. Because you're going to do other stuff with that other 5.
Yes.
And when we look at Bezos, he might donate 1 or 2% of the 1.9 billion that he made.
Maybe.
So if you made 1.9 billion, how much you keeping?
Oh, like I say, like when you say keeping, so like I always invest or give away or do whatever 50% of my money.
So Nick, for example, here, because we're talking about examples. I know there was one time he walked around Grand Rapids and just handed out pizzas to homeless
people. Came
people.
up on my Facebook. I was like,
hey, didn't it?
Dude, I think that year we handed out what 37.
I don't know. I know Dawn bought like 3 or 4 pizzas.
Yeah. And like I just called, like, this is back when Little Caesars was only $5.
Yep.
They're $5.55 now. But like I called up and I was like, hey, I got $100. Like, let me get pizzas. And then Dawn, my mom, like just random.
A bunch of people just bought pizzas for you.
Random people are like, hey, if you're gonna hand it out, like here, just give it out. I don't work for Gentex anymore. Nope. And so like I was talking to my boss and he doesn't work there anymore either. And I was like, hey, can I take some rubber gloves before they were $20 a box? And he's like, for what? And I was like, I'm gonna go hand out pizza and I don't want to like have my hand. And he goes, yeah, okay, here's $5. Buy a pizza for me. And I was like, sure. Like, but so I ended up with like 39 or 49 pizzas, and you would be surprised like how hard it is to get rid of that many pizzas. Joggers, when they're running by, they don't want to stop and get pizza, which is weird. Like,
it's weird because they're trying to get in shape, and you're trying to hand them.
I just want to feed you
5,000 calories.
All I want to do is feed you. But so like we did that. We handed out. So like so many bottles of water. My wife, she only gets proud of me like when I do things like this, but like I just random, like it's all random. Like I'll think of an idea, I'll throw it up and be like, all right, we're giving out water today. Why? Just because. Like, and we'll just walk around with like a cooler of water. And it's really fun for me. Like and that's the thing, like I'll give it to joggers. It's not that I want to give to the poor and I want to give to whatever. Like, I want to give to anybody that's in need in that situation, right? Like, I don't know. I buy so many people's foods. Like, we talk about this. I think we talked about it in an episode. Like, I'll go out to dinner and there'll be an old couple. Like, just, I don't know if they're married, if they've been together, like anything.
And you'll buy their dinner.
And I'll be like, man, I want to buy like their dinner, right? Like, and my wife's like, why? And I was like, I don't know, they remind me of something I want to be when I get old, right? Like I want to still enjoy dinner with my wife. Like, just thank you for that little bit of hope in life. This is what I'm going to end up with. So I 1.9 billion, dude, like
what could we do with that?
A week. Think about that money.
What can we do with that? So many good things.
So many great things.
So, and I mean, Nick and I will tell you right now, Nick and I are
I can't read, but my name is being out of library. It's going to be spelt wrong.
We're kind of dicks.
Fact.
But even though we're dicks, we really do care about people.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of why we do this, because, we really do care about people.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm not telling anyone. But what happens is, we sit there and if you're willing to listen, we're going to impart some wisdom on you and we're going to tell you what we think. And if you like it, great. And if you don't like it, you can tell us to piss off. We're not really going to care.
Yeah, because we'll probably tell you to piss off. Like,
oh my God, I got a great story for you.
Say,
so,
dude,
we're going to tell.
Chewbacca's could you buy for 1.9 billion?
Oh my God, so many Chewbaccas because they cost about 6,000 a piece.
Like, so we could fill this place.
I could be so many Wookiees. Anyways, so I get a phone call Friday night while I'm working with Dawn. It's just me and Dawn Friday night. This guy, he goes, I want to come in tonight. Do you take walk-ins? And I said, no, right now we're not taking walk-ins. Sorry. He goes, well, can I book an appointment? I'm like, sure. So he books at 9:00.
Yep.
Because it's his buddy's birthday.
Smart man.
So they come in. And 4 guys, 3 of them opt for face shields. Birthday boy, no face shield. Okay. If you don't want to wear it, I'm not going to make you. Whatever.
Yep.
I mean, it's up to you. He wasn't in the room 2 minutes. So his buddy that books the appointment takes a Jack Daniels bottle, throws it at the wall. Doesn't break. Grabs it, throws it at the wall. Doesn't break.
Tough to break.
His buddy goes, I can break it. So he soft tosses it to him, and he hits it with a bat. Bat didn't break it. Hits the wall. Wall didn't break it. Hits this wall. That wall didn't break it. You know what it did?
Oh, no. Right in the eyeball.
Right in the eyeball. I didn't see it. All I heard was, ow!
Yep.
I look at the camera, and I go, uh-oh. And I go running into the room. Dawn's in the room next to it with a bunch of girls, going over safety rules and stuff. Yeah. And she goes, I don't know what happened, but that did not sound good. I open the door. Are you okay? I got hit in the eye. Yep. Are you okay? I don't know. He goes, I don't know. I go, you want a face shield now? And he goes, yeah, I think I'll take one. So I went back and got him a face shield. He finishes. By the time he got out of the room, I mean, it was big and black. I have it on video. I'm going to be posting that at some point.
It's my favorite.
Yep.
So, I say, no, the end of this, we kind of got off a little bit of topic and we started talking.
That's kind of what we do every episode,
and we love it, right? Like, you know what? As long as we get people for 50% of it, we're going to be happy.
Sure, I'll take 25.
I say, I used to be excited because my mom wanted to be like part of things I do. Now she doesn't even listen to my shit. She's like, Nick, I'm tired of you talking.
It's kind of like your wife.
In fact,
we talk about coin shortages, and she goes, "Did you know there's a coin shortage?"
I don't want to talk about this, okay? So, guys, Osgood Brewing, you didn't sponsor us, but you're going to eventually. Big shout out. Ohana is very good. Like, subscribe, share, hit the dislike button because you hate David. Thumbs up if you absolutely love who I am. I would really appreciate it.
I'm going to give a shout out to Rourke Brewing. This French Toast Devil Dog Oatmeal Stout. I'm going to drink these multiple weeks.
I'm going to give a shout out to Rourke Brewing for French Toast Oatmeal Stout Devil Dog.
I'll have one for you at some point. Big Lake Brewing with the Imperial Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal.
See, Imperials are great, man.
Birch Bark Porter from Kickstand.
Commerce, Michigan.
It's not bad, but it is a little woody.
It took a couple times to get used to it, huh?
It tastes a little woody.
All right.
It reminds me of drinking a pine tree.
I'm okay with this. Just saying, I hear David's really good with wood in his mouth, so.
I have not heard that.
Hey, at that note,
my buddy Mikey is, but
we really appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time.
Thanks for joining. And
when you want to come on and you have something to share with us, just remember there's really sweet magnets and stickers available.
Magnets or stickers, we will give them to you and see you guys next week.
Take care.